Ole Miss hosts Georgia Tech. The Rebels are a 17.5-point favorite. Total sits at 63 on this. It's at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on the SEC Network. Haynes King has done some pretty awesome work for Georgia Tech thus far. That offense looks dramatically better under Brent Key than it did last year. And maybe it is just a Jeff Sims thing for Nebraska. Like maybe that's the problem. I would hope not. But regardless, the raw numbers have got Ole Miss favored by 25.7. The power numbers have Ole Miss favored by 20. The issue here is that Ole Miss has Alabama on deck, and we know that the Tide is beatable this year. Is that going to mean anything here? I don't think so. I don't think Lane Kiffin is one of those that looks completely ahead. We've seen him in this spot before, and yeah, they still cover. So I kind of expect the same thing here. While I do think that Georgia Tech is pretty good, I mean, you look at the PPA margin numbers, they're number 19 in PPA margin. They did lose to Louisville in week 1, but they were explosive. They were able to put up some interesting numbers. Let's look at net explosiveness. Georgia Tech, number 28. Now, they're giving up some big plays, but they're number 16 in offensive explosiveness. Ole Miss, number 46 in that regard. They kind of got shut down by Tulane. I mean, the final score of that game was not indicative of how tight the margins were there. So, points per play, that kind of leans Ole Miss. However, Ole Miss's defense, not great as far as that is concerned. This is going to be a tricky game for Ole Miss for sure. But, man, I look at some of these advantages. Ole Miss on offense, number 16 PPA per pass. On defense, Georgia Tech, number 127. I mean, this is not good. This is just not good. I do wonder about the Georgia Tech rushing defense. The total is 63. I've got a projected total of 71 based on the raw stats. Okay. This is a tricky one because of the look-ahead spot, right? However, I'm going to trust the numbers here. I think Ole Miss goes out, plays their game. They play well at home. This is a spot where they're going to do well. They've got significantly more talent than Georgia Tech does. I will take the Rebels. Ole Miss. And you might be able to get them at 17 as well. But for the show, we'll do 17.5. Going to be interesting. Going to be interesting to see. So I'll take Lane Kiffin laying at 17.5 on that. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter at GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.